Welcome back. Well, we always say on this show that the opportunities to make money are always closer to us than at times we may envisage. This entrepreneur understood that principle and is today running a thriving business enterprise.
Uganda spends billions of shillings on waste management. It is a task that the country, or to be specific, urban authorities are struggling to deal with and most times find hard to tame. Within this very problem, Godfrey Atuhairi found an opportunity, a business and a job. He is a waste management entrepreneur.
Our company is called the United Innovation Development Center, where we are dealing into waste management, adding value to waste, as well as helping the SMEs in fabricating simple machines for turning waste into charcoal briquettes, which is an alternative to charcoal and a solution for degradation and forest cutting in Uganda.
A wood scientist by training with a master's degree in this space, deliberately chose to locate his company in Kasokoso in Kireka, one of the densely populated suburbs of Kampala and where many youths are unemployed.
So here, basically, we are involved in mentoring and incubating the youth, to make sure they have the skill to enable them earn an income from waste which is littered across the country.
He says that among the critical components for success in this line of business is continued innovation and regionalization of operations to meet local and international standards.
The key innovations we have in the company is that we are making briquettes which are standard. We have a certificate from UNBase which we got 4 years ago. The Uganda Industrial Training has offered us a certificate of training people. And the very, very best innovation we have is to be able to make simple machines which do not need power, electricity, which can enable youth, women groups, and an income without adding an extra money in producing their products. In other words, they are able to use the local materials which are available to produce a product which they will be able to sell easily without incurring any other cost in this product.
Godfrey looks at himself as a social entrepreneur, for while he is making money, he's also enabling others around him to make some money as well, which he says is key in ensuring business sustainability. A major challenge to this line of trade is the absence of recycling critical skills and appreciation of those by the market, which he says has greater repercussions to his business and the country in general, especially the environment.
All in all, what is hurting me, the course that I did, wood science and technology, is not available in this country anymore. And that's why we have a problem that in Uganda, we don't have a course called the pulp and paper technology. And we don't make papers in Uganda because of that thing.
In these, however, he sees more business opportunities which he plans to utilize one day.
My plan would be, if I would have this kind of a center, I would have at least a diploma and a certificate in wood processing. That is it. And I would like to have a course here which can combine the paper processing, you have waste briquette making, you have the metals fabrication, and I make sure that all of these youth coming from vocationals, instead of fabricating doors, windows, they can fabricate briquette machines. Because every market in Uganda is having waste biomass. You go to Chireka, you go to Chitezi, dump sites. Uganda has dump sites. Every dump site has a biomass. All of the biomass are just being misused. So my future plan is that even still, I could make sure that if I could get a fund, at least every dump site in Uganda, every municipality is having a simple kind of machines that we are fabricating, so that they're able to demonstrate this kind of technology. And we save our trees. Our trees are finished. We don't have trees anymore.
Godfrey says that one of his biggest achievements today are his innovations and creations.
This kind of a drum, this is the kind of a drum that we modify. I believe these drums are everywhere. You can see, this is what we modify, and after modifying, we make those kind of drums for carbonizing. And I believe all of the farmers can be given this kind of machines, and they make the charcoal dust from the waste, and they sell to the briquette makers. That's another model. You can see the plates that we are using, the plates that we are using for fabricating. These are also plates that are everywhere in this country. This kind of plate. As you can see, our briquettes, we make a variety of briquettes. This is the honeycomb, which can cook for a minimum of 6 hours. This one, it's also another kind of briquette that can cook for 3 hours. Each briquette has a hole, as I mentioned, for better burning. And then this is a briquette also for home use. This is multi-purpose. This one can work for minimum of 2 hours. So you see,
This entrepreneur believes that there are always low-hanging fruits around us, and sometimes these present themselves in the name of social challenges. All we have to do is to seize them as business opportunity for our own good and society.
A critical principle in business is that you cannot build a business empire alone. If it is not with other partners that invest with you, it's at least with the employees that help you achieve your vision and goals. Well, today we share with you tips and principles of how this happens.
Making it in life as a lone soldier can be a daunting task. It is so big a challenge that many businesses actually fail to make it as a result of the owners failing to share those treasured visions with others around them. Winning business concepts according to those running businesses successfully should be shared at least by your employees. This comes in handy the day you want to expand your business horizon. For if your employees fail to grasp your aspirations, there is little you can do or achieve.
Are your people motivated, and do they understand your goal? Do they understand your values, that, no matter what happens, they'll be there to make sure that they will still grow with you. They'll grow to that levels that you need. So do they have the right mindset? Do they have the right values?
So this should come with skilling your people, or at times family members, if it is a family business.
Because, you can scale up by stealing. I think that's also agreeable. You can scale up by stealing. But if you say that, you have certain values that you have as a company, and those values are helping the same type of people at every level that you go to, no matter what level you're going to, these people are actually understanding. So it's the first thing you have to do, is to make sure that the people that you have understand whatever level that you're going to, they'll be prepared and ready to do that.
This, however, should not be shortchanged for the vigor that you should have to sustain and carry through as the vision bearer.
We are not going to develop or transform this country unless we have some focus and some passion and some desire to say, I'm not just going to say there's a plan here, there's a policy, there's this thing, we're going to do it and see it through.
These same principles should, according to seasoned business practitioners, apply to both public and private operations for success. Because at the end of the day, that business operation draws a lot from the environment where it is situated.
To say that IT is a critical component of business today is indeed an understatement, for it is the platform that offers growth, promotion, and the fortification of business in any space today. We look at the IT portals and what they're doing in transforming business operations for both private and public sector players.
Any technology is as good as the convenience it is able to deliver. Today, in the digital world, companies and public sector operators are continually embracing information communication technology to deliver this convenience, especially in regard to information about their operations and products. With this has come the online portal advent, and the recently launched trade portal by the Ministry of Trade serves as a good example.
The trade information portal is supposed to take away that information asymmetry, so that anyone who wants to trade can trade at the same cost, especially in relation to access to information. So the fact that this information on how to trade, or what documents you need, or what documents are required is going to be available online to everyone, it ensures that anyone who wants to trade can actually trade. If you're a lady with just $1,000 worth of capital and you need to know, I want to export my coffee, you can just go online and get the same information that even, say, Chagulanyi has, which is Chagulanyi Coffee, the largest.
Simply put, a web portal is a specially designed website that brings information from diverse sources, like emails, online forums, and search engines, together in a uniform way. For the side of governments, the interest in developing such portals is in simplifying service access processes.
Uganda has chosen to do this in a very innovative way by creating a very user-centric system. that is very different from any other government agency around the world. It takes the perspective of the user instead of the perspective of the government agencies. So it takes you through the trader, it takes them through the procedures step by step.
The other key feature that web portals should have is a feedback platform or option, for that's how you monitor the reception and appreciation of your service.
The information on the portal does not emanate from the Ministry of Trade. It emanates from the stakeholders, the people on the ground, the people who are actually engaging in. So this is information collected from the players of trade.
A good web portal is meant to break barriers and bring you closer to the people you seek to serve.
That story brings us to the end of this week's edition of Money and Markets. You've been good company as always. Thank you for being with us. We really appreciate and don't take your company for granted. I've been your host, Charles Boji. Until next time, have a good evening. Bye-bye.